America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Good morning from Texas. It is still early in the morning here in El Paso, Texas. You know, I'm already drinking out this very oversized Postecoglou cup. Well, I've dubbed it the Postecoglou cup because he's Papa Bear. But how are we doing? Good morning. Hope we're all doing well. Hope we're doing better than my son, which hopefully you don't hear in the background because he's currently being forced to eat some food in which he doesn't like. And as we all know, we don't like eating food that we don't like to eat. But how are we doing? Welcome in. Episode number 57 coming to you earlier than usual. That is for a few reasons, but I just wanted to bring some content for the day. This will probably be the only time until way late that I'd be able to do any kind of content. So wanted to bring something, at least say happy Friday. How are we doing? The vibes are immaculate over here. Again, outside of my son screaming, which apologies if you hear him in the background a little bit, but let's just say he's excited for the North London Derby that we got. We're less than 48 hours away, and honestly, it's been hard for me to sleep. It's been hard for me to sit still. I wonder if you're feeling the way I'm feeling. Just ready for this thing to go. I am doing the first Tottenham Hotspur watch along on the channel on Sunday, so that'll be interesting. We'll see what other adjectives we can give it. But how are we doing in the chat? How's everybody doing? The question for today is, how are we feeling heading into the North London Derby? 55% out of 11 says excited and nervous but confident. You know what? I feel a little bit of all that. Again, apologies for the fluctuating time. If you are watching this back on playback, big up yourself right now. Again, this is earlier the time than usual. I'm not used to going this early, so I may be stumbling over my words more than usual, but you know what? Happy Friday, man. The weekend's upon us, and there's my son squawking away. It sounded like a pigeon got stepped on out there in the living room. Apologies. Talking Ball says, liked everyone else. Don't forget to hit it. Big up Talking Ball. Colin, get the first place prize tonight. And then we also got Chang Chin Seong from my friend from Twitter. How you doing? Good evening. It is late for you, I believe. Says Tottenham have had more touches inside the opposition box than any other team in Europe's Big Five leagues. No side has attempted more shots, 101. I know that much in the Premier League. That is true. We have 101 shots in the Premier League. Big Ange's Spurs will hush the empty rates. The empty crates is what I like to call it. Chang, hope you're doing well. Thank you for staying up late. I know you stayed up late for this. Usually you get them way too early in the morning for you over there. But nonetheless, we are blessed with your presence. So glad you were here. I see a membership chat from Wayne Bonner. Big up Wayne Bonner, YouTube chat member in the house, says, "Oh, when the Spurs go marching in." Come on, Wayne's excited. 48 hours out, and he cannot wait. I know I cannot wait. I hope you're all feeling like I feel. Hope you're feeling like Wayne feels. Got a few things I do want to talk to y'all about. Hopefully, I don't get too distracted with my son screaming. Because you know what? As one of the most distracting noises I can think of in the world. But David Calvino's in the house as well. Says, this is different. What time is it in the Lone Star State? Good morning, USA. Hey, GM, good morning, Texas. Good morning, USA, whatever you want to call it. It is 10:22 in the morning here for me in Texas. So it is, I know my son, as you can hear, he's not doing well with change. Some of us don't do well with change. Big up Wayne Bonner hitting me with a super chat as well. Big up Wayne Bonner double dipping. And I ain't talking queso, or queso doesn't even sound good right now. Why would I be mentioning queso? Yeah, it's 10 in the morning. But big up Wayne Bonner, double dipper, YouTube chat member, and hitting me with the super chat. Says, how's everyone feeling for Sundays? Come on, you Spurs, Tottenham until I die. Big up Wayne Bonner. Appreciate that super chat. Appreciate you showing some love and above and beyond the Call of Booty. The Call of Booty, just hit that like on your way in. Say good morning if you so choose. And then also partake in that poll. Let me know how you're feeling. 7% says all calm. Arsenal should win anyway. Why is that such a fucking tongue twister? All calm. I don't know why I can't read that. All calm. All calm. That just fucking, why did I word it that way? All calm, Arsenal. I'm just going to skip that. 33% says I feel 3 points incoming. And then 12% says, oh, there goes 12% says worried Spurs are going to get exposed. That's okay. I try to give all factions a representation here on the poll. You know how I like to do. Scott M, shout out. I don't know where you're at, but shout out Scott M every single time. Big up Wayne Bonner again for this super chat. Jesus Christ, my son is screaming. Give me 1 second. Trying to compose myself here while my son's. Apologies again. Just had to do this show at this time. I just had to, didn't I? Big up Kate, just a girl who loves Spurs. Says afternoon, Jacob. Kate's in the house. Ryman's son's in the house. Says happy Friday. Big up Ryman's son. Chang here saying that the North London Derby kicks off at 9 p.m. on Sunday night here in Asia. As a frame of reference, waiting the stream to launch at 1:15 midnight on Friday. So big up Chang and good evening to you. Big up Mia, another YouTube chat member. Mia with Spurs Between the Lines. How you doing? Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Gio Rhea. Hey, cheers to you, Gio Rhea. We're all drinking out the same cup tonight. Tonight? What am I talking about this morning? Big up David Calvino. Showing some love to each other. Hello, Wayne. First chat from Wayne coming in says, howdy Jacob. Howdy. Good day, Wayne. Hope you're all well and pumped for Sundays. Come on, you Spurs. I'm so pumped. I mean, we're less than 48 hours. Normally, I'm wet behind the ears about 24 hours before kickoff. This is a little bit different. I'm a little bit, it's different. I'll just put it that way. That's the best way I could put it. Big up Spurs GCTV in the house. Greetings, Jacob. Hope you're doing well, bud. Big up Spurs GCTV. I am. It is 10:25 in the morning, and I'm struggling to kick this show going, but you know what? I appreciate y'all being here to help me do it. Elvis G's in the house, YouTube chat member as well, says, hey Jacob in the chat, have you watched the ANGE pre-match press conference? I am pumped for the game. I think that's why I couldn't wait to just get this done, because I woke up this morning like, I don't know if I'm going to do the early show. Maybe I'll just cancel Friday. I just won't do anything Friday. And then I started thinking, and then I saw some of the quotes coming out from ANGE's press conference, and I was like, no, I got to do a show. I'm sorry, but I got to do a show, because honestly, this is exactly how I feel, Elvis. Some of these quotes coming out, too damn excited about them, honestly. Big up, Elvis. And Kate says, loving the gray glistening in the text. Kate, I don't know why you're doing that. I'm really self-conscious right now, okay? I'm really self-conscious about my gray hairs. Just take it easy on me with the gray hairs, okay? I'm really struggling with them, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, big up that Vestal says, got an early stream today. Absolutely got an early stream today. Life dictates as such, so have to do it to him. Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs. Hi Jacob, hope you and the family are well, my friend. Of course. Big up, Jim, another YouTube chat member. Big up. I appreciate you being here. Hope you are healing well, my friend. I hope your wife is spoiling you with all type of good food, all type of hearty meals. Hopefully a couple back rubs, a couple foot rubs. Hope she's treating you nice there, Jim. Be treated like the king you are. Peter M in the house. Big up, Jacob. Big up, Peter. Good to see you. As Wayne Bonner says, he's already super chatted. He's already member chatted. He's already regular chatted. He says, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Memberships are available, as are the super chats. You don't have to do that. Just hit a like and subscribe, partake in the poll. It's absolutely free. Costs you nothing to do. Appreciate that, Wayne. Ryman's son in the house. Big up Ryman's son says, no need to apologize. I can't hear him, Jacob. Don't worry. Okay, so you can't hear him. I'm glad that I'm not blasting y'all's ears, because it's this ear that I keep semi out of the headphone, and honestly I hear him and it's not the most pleasant noise. Lisa's in the house. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Not buenos tardes, buenos dias. That's not really good morning either. Well, you know what I'm saying, Lisa. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well out there. Chica says, early again today. I know I have life. My wife's got to go to work, and she'll be gone all afternoon for me. So my usual time that I stream at 3 p.m., 10 p.m. for some of y'all, and then also 7 a.m. for my Australian friends. It was she's going to be working, so I couldn't do it. She wouldn't get back till late. I would have had to do a late show, and I just figured I just couldn't. I had to get the show over and done with now. I couldn't wait any longer, personally. Big up Jason Bell says, good morning. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Should be a good test to find out where we are. Big up Jason Bell, YouTube chat member as well. Haven't seen you the last couple days. Big up Jason. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. Good morning from Texas. Big up Jason Bell. Chang in the house says, honestly cannot wait for the first ever live watch along since Jacob and Hotspur Hippies pre-match build up are on We Are Tottenham TV for the Sheffield United match. I simply can't get enough of live watch alongs. Big up Chang. I will be here. I will be here. I hope you will be here as well. If not, there's some really lovely channels you can go to. I normally like to plug Sean and Spurs Talk Show now, but he's going to be at the match. He's spent an absorbent amount of money on a match ticket, and he's going to be there. So I'm really jealous of him, but I'm really excited for him as well. Yeah, really happy for Sean to be able to go. But big up Chang. Hopefully you'll be here. I'm going to try to be on the We Are Tottenham TV pre-match build-up. I am going to try. It will be starting around 5:30 a.m. my time, the pre-match build-up. I can't guarantee that I'll be awake. I'm just making sure I got to be awake for this watch along. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the same thing. Can't sleep. Be waking up at 4 a.m. because just can't wait for Ange Ball. Who knows? We'll see how we're doing. They're incredibly dashing, Jacob. I don't find them dashing, but big up Kate either way. Thanks, Jacob. I keep telling Kate, hey, anyone else needs to tell her, Kate, treat your man like a king, the king that he is. Lisa says, buenos dias. You're right. Buenos tardes is good afternoon. You speak Spanish. Don't pretend. No, I don't. Poquito. Only a little bit. Phil P. Big up our man in Texas. Woo. Good morning. I can't even do it that loud. Woo. Big up. How you doing, Phil P? Good to see you in the house. How you doing? Mick Vickers in the house. Mick Vickers, how you doing? Does Ainge change his usual tactics? In my opinion, if we go toe-to-toe, we get blasted. Mick, what I'll say real quick to you is, don't you worry. If we go toe-to-toe, this is the thing is, I think if we go toe-to-toe with them, we do not get blasted. Because I've said in other matches previous that I believe teams that when we bring the fight we want to bring to them, they have a hard time keeping up with it. I really do believe that they have a hard time keeping up with it. So we saw versus United, they had gone with us for about 40 minutes until they stopped going toe-to-toe with us. Brentford, they really went the whole match, but that was the first week of the season, so I'll give them a little bit of a pass on that one. Burnley wanted to go toe-to-toe with us. They hung in there for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And then Sheffield, they did not want to go toe-to-toe with us. So they kind of sat back and waited for us to do something, and we kind of really didn't get it done. So for me, Mick, I'm not really worried. I don't think we'll get blasted. I think if we go toe-to-toe, it might be similar to the Brentford in the sense of they're going to be willing to go toe-to-toe the entire match because let's have it frank. I mean, these kind of matches, these kind of rivalries can spark something inside you that maybe necessarily you wouldn't get in a normal match day, or say you're playing like Nottingham Forest or like Sheffield or anything like that. So maybe they will be able to go the full 90 going toe-to-toe with us, but that remains to be seen. It definitely remains to be seen. So I don't know. I don't think if we go toe-to-toe with them that we get blasted personally. Oh, big up Mia gifting 5 United Spurs of America memberships. Big up. I can't pull that up on. Is there a way I can pull that up on StreamYard? Big up Mia. Damn. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Big up yourself right now. Let's see. Who did she give those memberships? Well, it's random, so technically she didn't give it to anyone. So if you didn't get the membership, don't be upset with Mia. She technically didn't choose. But Lisa got a membership. Spurs GCTV got a membership from Mia. Nick Brown got a membership from Mia. George got a membership from Mia. Big up Mia with the love. Spreading the love this morning. Good morning indeedy. Wow. Very kind. Thank you so much for that, Mia. That does mean a lot to those of you who did go and get one. Go ahead and say thank you, Mia. Thank you, Mia, indeed. Big up. Wow. I wish there was some way I could like pull that up and show it and highlight it and say, look at Mia. She did us a very kind thing. How nice of her. Oh, look, now Wayne Bonner's in the giving mood. He gifted a United Spurs of America membership as well. David Calvino, welcome to the family. You are now part of the family. Well, you already been part of the family here on the channel because technically you're always here. You're always showing some love. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 4. It only shows me 4 people who got gifted. But big up. Look at that. A bunch of members in the house now. Big up for that. Nick Brown, welcome to the family. George, welcome to the family. Spurs GCTV, welcome to the family. And Lisa, you've always been part of the family, Lisa, but now you're like officially Lisa, the part of the family. At least on the YouTube side that they can see. Sorry. Apparently I'm going live at the same time as Bobby K and 3 Spurs boys, so sorry about that. Wayne Bonner, the boss leads by example. Big up. Oh, in regards to ANGE POSTECOGLOU, let's go ahead and get into it. We're 18 minutes into the show. It's time to start pulling up some of these. But real quick, I did see this, y'all. I don't want to say let's not think about it, but maybe we can think about it. Big up Wayne Bonner, double super chats today. Big up, also gifting the membership. Also big up Mia gifting the membership. Y'all killing it tonight. Or tonight. This is morning. I'm waking up to some blessings. Good morning indeed. Let's see. This right here, let me switch this out real quick. So as of yesterday, Al Ittihad started negotiations to terminate Jota's contract. If y'all remember, he was managed by ANGE POSTECOGLOU at Celtic, and says there are clubs from La Liga, Premier League, Italian Serie A interested in signing the Portuguese winger. Could this be our Ivan Perisic replacement? Question mark. I don't know. I've been seeing people on Twitter talking about it. Look, some of the first responses. Oh wait, I gotta click it. Some of the first responses. Perisic replacement, Tottenham bound written all over it. Get him to cover for Perisic. What do y'all think? I mean, honestly, if you look at his mustache, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this in the hopes that we get him. That's what I'm thinking. I'll keep the stash in the hopes that we bring the stash. But curious how y'all feel about that. Let me catch up on the chat real quick before I keep going with some of the other quotes that I have for y'all. Big up Nita in the house. Hi Jacob, how you doing? Hello to all in the chat. Big up Nita. Good morning from Texas. Hope you're doing well. Kate says I don't stop running around after him right now. Don't listen to him. What's up, Chewy? Look who decided to show up. Look who decided to show up for the show. Good to see you, Chewy. Good to see you indeed. Big up Ravi in the house as well. Big up Jacob. Big up Ravi. Hope you're doing well. Sheffield won the match for us with their tactics. I mean, they were just kind of letting us come at them, and we brought it. We did bring it. Jacob, I'm telling you, man, Spurs are going to nick this 3-2. Ravi, that's what I've been saying. It sounds like you've been watching the show. With shout out, Ravi. I know you're a rival fan, but you do always be showing the love here on United Spurs of America. And I'm going to tell you that I absolutely believe this to be true, my friend. This is 100%. Big up. Cheers, Mia. Again, thank you so much. Paul Longworth, we don't stop. Big up, Paul Longworth. Hope you're doing well. Just text my wife, make sure he's okay. Sound like he was upset on that last cry. Maybe I'm reading too much into his crying. Mia says, I'm just upset I won't have my morning Jacob tomorrow. I'm sorry, Mia. There won't be any tomorrow morning, but there will be Saturday night. Should be. Oh, Saturday, I'm working on getting Michael on the channel. Michael's going to be here. He's moving. He's in the middle of moving and stuff, but Michael's going to be here on tomorrow. It's going to be a later show, but it'll be tomorrow. Question, Jacob, how do Spurs make the most out of the attacks, and who do you have in the box to get chances versus Arsenal? I I don't think we're going to necessarily work the ball through the air into the box. I think we're going to work the ball on the ground into the box personally. So in regards to how I think we're going to work those goals, I would say my prediction would be that I think Ange Postecoglou is going to stick with what worked, which is Solomon on the left, Son down the middle, and Kulusevski on the right. It'd be interesting to see if he utilizes Brennan Johnson. That was supposed to be his #1 target, allegedly. So it'd be interesting to see if he uses him like that at least. Yep, thanks for the gifts. Big up. Lisa, you've always been part of the family. What's cool is Jacob takes time to read the comment. I always try to. Some shows there's more people here than others, than other shows. And so naturally when there's more people, it's harder to get to every single comment. If there's a panel, it's really hard to get to every single comment. But big up, Ravi. I always try to make time for the chat because I'm a chatter too. I go to other shows and I chat with those shows, and I want to know that you see me. I want to know that you hear my opinions, you know? So I want y'all to feel like I see you, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone gets represented here. At least that's the aim. I may not always succeed, but that's the aim. Big up Adrian Shroka in the house. Says, good afternoon, all. Big up Adrian. Hope you're doing well. Had a good chat with you yesterday. Spurs GCTV. We're all family, and Jacob is the daddy. What time is dinner? Well, I start my fasting at 7 p.m., so preferably before that is what I would say. He looks like George Michael. That's what everyone said, that this guy does look like George Michael. Is that Brian Hill kid anywhere close to being back? I'd like to see what he could do playing Ange ball. I don't know. Per his Instagram stories, he'd be saying that he's close and soon, and he's very eluding. He's very eluding in that way. Is this like, if he's like Liverpool's Jota, I'd take him. I think I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know this guy before people mentioned us before he went to Al Ittihad. People were mentioning that we should sign him. I never really watched him, so I can't claim to know. I just think he's got a killer mustache. The hairdo's pretty sick. He kind of looks like what's that actor's name? Emil. Damn it, that's gonna bother me. Emil Hirsch. Yeah. He kind of looks like this guy to me. He kind of looks like Emil Hirsch. Does anyone think so or no? Am I tripping here? Look at that. Look at Emil Hirsch here, and look at him. I mean, if I'm gonna cast him in a movie, honestly, I'm picking Emil Hirsch because I think he could play him. Look at this one more time. Now look at the photo of Emil Hirsch right here. That kind of looks like him. I'm not gonna lie. People tuning in right now are probably like, what the hell's he got Emil Hirsch pulled up? Anyway. Adrian Shroka, if you love Spurs and hate Arsenal, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Big up Adrian Shroka. Please do hit that like if you so choose. Peter M, I'm not going to make a prediction, but I hope we give them a great game. Big up Peter M. Tomorrow I'm going to need those predictions in by 5 p.m., sir. No, I don't know about 5 p.m. I don't know what time it is for you, but what I will say is hopefully you're here tomorrow and do hit me with them predicciones. Alan Bennett says, I was there last time we beat the scum in the Arsenal in best day and worst day coin Spurs. Big up Alan Bennett. Back in 2010. They were showing that clip. Look, Alan, what I want to say real quick is they were showing that clip a lot yesterday on Twitter. I seen it making the rounds on different places. And honestly, I was watching that, and the feeling that I had this whole time is this footage looks so fucking old that we're gonna beat them this weekend, and it's gonna be the new footage of the last time that we won there. I feel it. That's just the feeling inside. That's just the feeling inside. Like when my wife said she was pregnant, I was just like, I think it's going to be a girl. We'll find out. We'll find out if I'm right. But I just got a feeling, Alan, we're going to go there on Sunday, and there's going to be new highlights to show about when we beat them at the Emirates the last time. So that's how I felt watching those old highlights. But that's cool to know that you were there. That's really sick. Gio Rea, would you start Johnson or Kulu? I don't know. Would I start? I personally Feel like maybe Kulusevski's better to run their man down for 65 minutes and then bring Johnson's pace on at the last to get in behind him. That's probably what I would do. Also, that way you don't put an immense amount of pressure on Brennan Johnson like immediately in his, you know, you brought him in last match on his debut as a sub, and that was great. But to start him away at the Emirates, I feel like Kulusevski's at least done a couple North London derbies to where I feel like he knows the gravity of it. The lights aren't going to be too bright for Kulu. It's just going to be, can he continue to perform how we've seen him perform, or even take it a step further and perform better. That's what I would like to see. So I'm starting Kulu personally. I'm giving him 60, 65 minutes, and then either shifting him into, depending on his fitness, either shifting him onto the inside like we saw last match and bringing Brennan Johnson on the right to really drive that pace forward. That's what I would do. Because think about, if we bring them the fight that we know we can bring, which is in your face, a lot of passing all around the pitch, you don't know where the goals are going to come from. If we can do that sustained for 65 minutes, that back line is going to be extremely tired. And when they're extremely tired, that's the best time to bring on Brennan Johnson, because that dude's the second fastest dude in the Premier League. Throw him on, talk to me nicely. He'd be looking good. I promise. I think that's the way to do it. But again, I trust whatever Ainge want to do. At the end of the day, big up the Americancas in the house. He does look like George Michael. No one thinks Emil Hirsch, huh? Big up. Thank you for the gift of membership. I don't quite know what it means, but you're very kind. It means you've got a little thing by your name now, so congratulations. Swim Master, big up. Bissouma to Boston midfield. These are a few things that I do want to go over as far as these matchups that are going to be occurring on Sunday, and where I think the game's either going to be won or lost at. Steady as Shark says, I'd say that I'm excited and nervous, but not confident. I really do feel that the refs will buckle to the crowd and give them some BS decisions. I hope not. I think a lot of times now referees want to be the guy that's like, oh, you're telling me this is what it is? Well, I'm going to do the opposite. I hope anyway, at least when it comes to playing at the Emirates. But I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm confident. For me personally, that's how I'm feeling. Big up Elvis G with the £5 super chat. I missed it 4 minutes ago. Says no comment. Is that in regards to Emil Hirsch? What is this in regards to? Maybe, hang on, let me see. Did you chat something before this that I missed? Where am I? Big up Elvis. Appreciate this. Y'all showing the love, man. Good morning. Damn, let me take a drink of coffee. Y'all, I just woke up and was like, there's probably going to be like 10 people watching. You know, I'm going way earlier than usual. Other people are live. But honestly, life is forcing me. So again, if I'm stepping on anybody's toes, it was not intentional. It's just I wanted to say happy Friday on the channel. That's it. And I also wanted to say how damn excited I am. Oh my God, I wanted to say how excited I am. Peter M says, I'll get my crystal ball polish this evening and get into predicting. There you go, Peter. Get into the spirit. Dip your feet in. Rub that crystal ball. Tell me what it says. Nita says, today I was out shopping. Some Arsenal supporter, half my age, called me a loser. My answer to him was, stay in nappies because you're definitely a loser. Nita's out there fighting the good fight. Nita, I want to big up you right now because you're there fighting the good fight, the fight that we all want to see, which is, you know, it's good versus evil, right? Tottenham versus Arsenal. This is what it is. North London's lily white. That's just the reality of the situation. And the sooner everyone accepts it, the better. I agree about Johnson. Let Kulu start. Big up, Peter, for that. I agree with you. I hope Americanca as well. Alan Bennett says, Richie, last minute winner. I would bring him in as a sub as well. I would definitely like to bring him in as a sub. Maybe like the 75th, 80th minute, kind of like we saw last time. Give me something nice. Richie, talk to me nicely. Spurs GCTV, new YouTube chat member, says, first time in years looking forward to a North London derby. Nervous, but I think we can do it. And Ainge, we trust. Big up Spurs GCTV. The vibes are immaculate heading into this North London derby. I must admit. Indeed. Spurs GCTV. Look forward to it. It's coming. It's going to be sweet. That's what I'm saying. That no one's ready for the conversation. No one wants to have that conversation. I'm telling you, Spurs GCTV. No one's ready to have the conversation of, Ainge Ball is about to take the world by storm. I said it before the season started. Here on this channel, on bigger channels, go fucking check the tape. You don't believe me, Paul Beatty. I know you want the evidence, Hotspur Hippie. You always ask me for the evidence. I got your evidence. Go back and check it out. But I've been saying, and he was here, so he knows. Big shout out to Hotspur Hippie and Paul Beatty. But I've been saying for the first some odd games of this season, people aren't going to know how to play against us quite yet. They're not even going to know how we're going to set up. They're not going to know what our best ideas are, the way we switch in-game tactics, etc. They don't have enough game footage of ANGE POSTECOGLOU in the Premier League to say this is what I think he's going to do and therefore game plan against it. So all they can do is go into a match hoping that you're going to implement their game plan and it's going to be better than ours. So when they do that, they're going to show... I think it's going to be an example of when Ainge shows that his tactics go above and beyond other people's tactics. So we've seen it through the first 5 matches. I hope, I feel, I know that it's going to continue for 6, 7, 8 matches. But let's see. It remains to be seen. Wayne Bonner gifting 5. Oh, I missed this. I think I missed this. Hang on. Wayne Bonner gifting 5 memberships. Oh, I missed this. Swim Master, welcome to the family. Thank you to Wayne Bonner. Gio Rea, welcome to the family. Thank you to Wayne Bonner. Chang Chin Seung, you are here. You are a member now. Welcome to the family. Donald Dickinson, welcome to the family. Thank you to Wayne Bonner for that. Cy Danza is also a new member. Big up, Cy Dancer. And big up Wayne Bonner for gifting those 5 memberships to the chat members. I do appreciate that. I'm sorry I missed it. I didn't say something sooner, but big up. I do appreciate that indeed. Y'all are gifting memberships. Y'all are super chatting. What the hell's going on? What did I do? Is today my birthday? No, it ain't. It's September 22nd. But happy Friday indeed. Y'all making me feel the love. David Calvino says, I think Luke Evans, the Welsh actor with a bit of makeup on. Who is that guy? Let me look him up real quick without digressing too much. Luke Evans, actor and singer. I could see it. If Luke Evans got a stash and the big fuzzy hair, I could definitely see it. David Calvino. Big up Wayne indeed. Wayne Bonner says 3-2 to Spurs or a 2-2 draw. We're not losing to the scum on Sunday. Johnson looked good last Saturday. The potential is immense with him. It is absolutely immense. But I like the fact of, I mean, just imagine Wayne Bonner. You're tired. It's the 70th minute. You really want a water break. All of a sudden you see Brennan Johnson coming on. And you're like, oh shit, I just got to try and keep up with that man. That, even if he's not able to be clinical on the day, him alone being that threat is going to open up a lot down the middle as well. So honestly, I'm really glad that we got him. He's one of those signings I'm really glad that we got. And I hope that the sacking of what's his name yesterday doesn't mean something nefarious is afoot. Swim Master question, have Arsenal got any notable injuries anyone know? So Arsenal have played 2 games in between our last match. Sunday. Yeah, so we played on Saturday. They played on Sunday, and then they also played on Wednesday. So, yeah, they have played twice since our last match. That could play a big part. Tiredness is set in. That's what I'm saying. They're already going to be tired. We're bringing it to them. It's a boxing match. I tell you, we're bringing 12 rounds. A lot of clubs, they want to hang around for 4 or 5 rounds. That's cute. That's funny. We are built different. We are built different. We are going to go the full 12 rounds. As you saw, even a 13th round, surprise 13th round versus Sheffield United. And that's when we knocked their ass out. Talk to me nicely. I know I'm not trying to relate it to boxing, but I'm just saying. Oh, this is the wrong tab. There we go. Go back. Look, I saw this tweet and I thought it was pertinent. I'm just going to read it for y'all real quick. It says, Arsenal are favorites on Sunday, which I agree they should be. They've spent £400 million and have been together for years. Ainge just arrived with a bunch of young players, many who have never even played in this derby. If they are brave and go for it, I'm going to be proud no matter what the outcome. Anything can happen in a derby. Honestly, this is exactly how I feel. All the pressure's on Arsenal to win this. Like, I'm going into it confident because I know we're not just going to lay down like we did last year and just take the L and that's just going to be that. We're going to go down swinging. We're going to go down fighting. And if we're able to implement any style of our game plan, it's going to be danger for the opposition. Big up, Jacob. Are you on? Big up, Jacob. Excited you were on. Big up, Chris Peters, another YouTube chat member. Coffee, that's my magic word. I need to get the kettle on. Big up, Wayne Bonner. I'm going to take a drink of coffee just for that. Look, there you go. Just so you know, black as day. That's why I want it. That's why I like it. Ooh, that coffee talking to me nicely. David Calvino says, Wayne, I'm thinking of 2-2, but can't see us winning. I hope everyone else is right. And that my fears are ill-founded. Big up, David Calvino. Mia won't lose a fight. I put a bet on her to win. Absolutely. 100%. I always put my money on Mia. What's nice this season is what we have options on the bench that Ainge can use to change a game. Yeah, we do. We actually, that's the part that, excuse me, that's the part that actually like really bothered me about the Perisic thing. Was that part kind of hurt? That part kind of hurt, to be honest. No, just didn't have a comment. Oh, big up, Elvis G. You just wanted to send a five super chatter. Appreciate that. Oh, Wayne Bonner with another super chat. Big up, Wayne Bonner. The love is in the house today. Can you feel the love tonight? I can definitely. Well, it's this morning. Sorry, I just ruined everybody's ears with my singing. But big up, Wayne Bonner. Wow, how many is that? So you hit with the membership chat, which you've been a member for 4 months, which big up for that. And then 1, 2, thrice. You've hit me 3 times in the heart. Appreciate that. And I ain't even needing CPR, and you hit me 3 times right in the heart. So appreciate that. Appreciate you showing the love tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're not running deep tonight, but we're running deep with love, and I appreciate that. It does mean a lot to me. But honestly, y'all, I'm really digging our chances going into this North London Derby. I'm not trying to give too much away because I'm going to do like the official preview show with Michael tomorrow. But I just, something about this feels different, man. Something about this feels like it ain't felt in some time. You know what I'm saying? Also, I do want to say big major shout out as well. Let me do this real quick. To Ange Postecoglou, my gaffer, my man. If y'all saw the fan forum, this kid, his name is Owen. He's been making the rounds with Ange Postecoglou. He was a young man who got to ask. He just started college, by the way. And Ange Postecoglou asked or made sure that he was able to ask his question. And so that's obviously been making the rounds. It's made local news. It was aired in Salt Lake City. It's been aired in Dallas. It's been aired in America. It's been heavily covered in America that Ange Postecoglou, this manager in the Premier League, like stopped this forum to make sure he stopped it from ending to make sure that this young man was able to ask his question. And Ange Postecoglou answered a question about that. And he says, I'm just trying to be who I have been my whole life. He's just a young man who wanted to ask a question. That's why we were there. And one more question wouldn't hurt. A famous college coach once said, never be proud about doing the right thing. And I agree with that quote. I love that quote. And I love to see this from a guy, for this touched me emotionally for many reasons. But Ange Postecoglou, on and off the pitch, has exemplified everything I would like, I think, my manager to ever exemplify. From a loving standpoint, from a human standpoint, from a manager standpoint, from a people's person standpoint, and now even tactically in the way that we're playing. And some of the answers that he's responded with on the BBC and stuff tonight, he's even said, I just want to play great football, mate. I just want everyone to be entertained. Like, that's what he wants. He wants what we all want. It just feels like he's one of us. And honestly, I love it so much. So big up to Ange Postecoglou. I did want to make sure I said what's up and appreciated that. The quote he's referring to, by the way, which is never be proud of doing the right thing. I was looking it up, and apparently he's talking about Coach K, the basketball coach from Duke, which I had no idea Ange Postecoglou kept up with Duke basketball, which is that's kind of crazy. So yeah, he answered in his press conference, I'll never be proud of just doing the right thing. He also spoke on Perisic. a little bit. Ange Postecoglou said, yeah, it's disappointing. First of all, for Ivan more than anything else. Just one of the innocuous things that can happen during training. I've only worked with him for a while, but you can see why he's been at the top for so many years. It's just been really disappointing for us as well because he's been great for us. We don't have a lot of experience in the group, and he's a real level head. He's a very strong-willed, and I have no doubt about that. He'll be back for the club and country and stronger than ever. So what he says here kind of goes against everything that I was saying whenever I talked about Perisic being out, which was that I think we'll never see him in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt again. He says he'll be back for the club. What does he know that we don't? What does he know that has not been reported? What's going on here? Lord of the Rings. Martinelli went off injured against Everton. Yeah, he did. I heard he might be back, though. Which, honestly, Trossard worries me. Trossard's a baller. Trossard's really fucking good. Pretty sure Martinelli has been ruled out. Yeah, I think so. It's pronounced Derby, not Derby. Derby. Everyone tells me Derby. It's pronounced Derby. Wayne Bonner gutted about Perisic and Hill and Lo Celso available. Yeah. He's gutted about it too, the big boss man. Look at this guy. I fucking love Ange Postecoglou. I'm sorry. But big up Wayne Bonner. Lazy A, big up, good morning. Well, it ain't morning for you over there on the East Coast, sir, but good morning from Texas nonetheless. Says, who's starting up top, Jacob? Did you do that already? I've talked about it throughout the week. I think it's going to be the same front three. I think it's going to be the same front three that we've seen the last two matches. Let's remember that those starting 11s had eventually garnered us 7 goals in the last 2 matches. So I don't think you should start changing things around necessarily when you look at what has worked and what you're looking to work. So, yeah, I think it's going to be Solomon. I think it's going to be Son, and I think it's going to be Kulusevski. That's what I'm thinking. I think Son will start, but also think Richie will terrorize the scum defense. Big up Wayne Bonner. When he comes on, I sure hope he does. Nita says, Ainge has brought the good aura to the lane. Even if we lose, the rebuild is here. We're coming to get you. Big up, Nita. I agree with you. Question, Jacob, could you talk in the third person like Mr. Box Office? You know, this is actually funny, Alan. I actually used to do that in high school when I was really full of myself. And I did it because I wanted people to know my name, so I would be like, I get why he does it. I think it's funny. I can't really do it now because I'm not so full of myself anymore. Big up Barry Shuttleworth in the house. Evening, Jacob. Good morning from Texas, sir. Good morning and good evening to you. Spurs GCTV says, you can imagine yourself in the stand next to Ainge. He's a footy fan at heart, so it gets relayed into his style of footy. Absolutely, and that's what he said as well, Spurs GCTV. Some of the quotes that came out in the preseason when we were doing the tour was he said, as a young fan in the stands, I always wanted to see entertaining football, so I knew that that's the style of play that I would always want to play. So big up. Absolutely. Jonathan Liu wrote in The Guardian this week that Ainge is a bit like a pastor who has brought a good feeling to his new parish. After that last one, we needed that. Absolutely, Peter. He's brought more than just a good feeling. He's brought hope. He's brought restored faith, restored pride, more eyes. There's Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans. Everyone's looking in on Ange Postecoglou saying, wow, look at this manager. I love him so much, right? But when we signed him, no one was talking to us nicely. No one was saying all these nice things because he hadn't proved it yet on the big stage. But still, he's proving it. Let's just wait. He's going to be cooking. He's going to absolutely be cooking for us. Ravi says, Jacob, which players do you see winning their battles? This is a very long-ended question, and I got a few ways to explain it. I think our player's going to win every single battle. But when you look at Basuma versus Odegaard, I think Basuma should be able to get the better of him. When you look at Rice versus Madison, I think we should be able to get the better of him. Again, this is just what I think. Some may disagree, but, you know, c'est la vie. Big up Lazy A hitting with a $10 dono. Big up. Good morning indeed. Says curveball question. What are your thoughts on Leon Bridges? I had to listen to that Texas Sun song 20 times a day for a week straight. One more time, and that's me jumping into the Hudson River. What I will say is, who is Leon Bridges? I'm Googling it right now. An American singer, songwriter, Leon Bridges, Texas Sun, 2020. Let me listen to it real quick so I know what you're talking about. This is kind of good. No, this is kind of good. You don't like this song? It's kind of good. Texas Sun. Oh, it's kind of nice. I wish y'all could hear this with me right now. This is pretty sweet. This is pretty sick. You know, why don't you like it, Nick? It's pretty sick. I like this song. My thoughts, I kind of like it. I'm going to keep this tab up. Just so you know, I was actually listening to it. Look, here's the tab. I was literally just listening to this song. I like it a lot. Why don't you like it? That's kind of nice. I've never heard it before. So my thoughts on Leon Bridges are, hey, nice to meet you, Mr. Leon. Thank you for singing about the Texas Sun, first and foremost. Why'd you have to listen to it for 20 times a day for a week straight? It's kind of good for the first 10 times. Big up Lazy A introduced me to something new. I've never heard that. I've never heard that song. I kind of liked it, but you're right. Most songs that are pretty popular, once they get played about 10 times in a row, it's like, that's it. That's enough. Big up Wayne Bonner as well for another super chat. Says Basuma will boss that midfield. Big up Wayne Bonner. I absolutely agree. And when we look at not even necessarily the matchup, like I don't think it's going to be Basuma versus Declan Rice most of the match. I think it's going to be Basuma versus Odegaard most of that. And then whenever their wingers decide to cut in, I think Basuma is going to be cleaning that up as well. What I will say is, if you look comparatively, Declan Rice to Basuma, who would you rather want in your squad right now? When I look at the things that they do well, I can't help but say I'm biased as fuck. I mean, I loved when we signed Basuma last season, so I might be very biased when I say I think I'd rather have Basuma on my side than a Declan Rice. Now, Declan Rice, I feel like he's more prone to playing those safe passes. Whereas Basuma, I feel like he's more prone to taking the man on, giving him a nice little turn on the ball, and sending his man to Mars. That's what I like to see personally more. It's more aesthetically pleasing on the eye, and it gets me, it wakes me up more, so to speak, if you know what I'm talking about. So I absolutely agree. Basuma will boss that midfield. Big up Wayne Bonner for the super chat. Wayne, you were killing me with these donos tonight. I do appreciate it so much. And also thank you, Lazy 8, for the $9.99 US super chat as well. Red, white, and red in the house. Big up. Good to see you again, sir. It says it's your right side of defense I can see struggling. I do agree. This is where like we've been more prone to allowing balls over the top or wingers to really have a lot of room to play is over there on the right hand side. But I do honestly, the last like 3 matches in a row, I've seen a steady progression defensively from Pedro Porro. So I'm not saying Pedro Porro's this, that, and a cup of butterscotch biscuits, but what I'm saying is Pedro Porro has improved defensively. He does like to get forward, and he will invert and get very in close to that center circle and within the center circle on and off the ball. So for me, the way that we're going to get caught out is when we're playing such a high line. And I think that's really Arsenal's only hope. Now, anytime I've watched them, they're very porous in their defense as well. So I can see us having a day in their half. At least the second half. The first half, I feel like it's going to be a very toe-to-toe match, and we're going to need to be defensively very solid, and maybe not as high up as we might be in the second half, but that first half is going to be a definite test against us because that's going to be when Arsenal has the most energy. But again, that 60, 70, 80th minute is when I really feel like the fitness levels and tactics and style of play is going to really get the better of Arsenal. I honestly, truly believe that, and that's not me trying to blow smoke up my own ass or nothing. But big up Red, White, and Red. Good to see you in the house again. Jayco says Ugoti versus Saka will be a fierce battle. What I will say about Ugoti versus Ball Saka is I think it will be the best test defensively that Ugoti has faced this season. It's going to be the best. Yeah, basically it's going to be the best test because Saka is a great winger. Is he lethal? Is he deadly? No, I think he's a little bit overhyped sometimes. Now he is like their English Viking. I know people don't want to hear that, but what is it? 85 consecutive Premier League starts? He doesn't miss matches. That's insane. He is their Viking, their English. I know no one said, oh, Bukayo Saka's a little Viking, but he is. He straight up, tough as nails. He's going to be a battle. It will be a test to see. I have faith in destiny. I want to dance with Udogie. I want to win the league with Udogie. But what I will say is, big test. This is a test for a lot of different areas. This is a huge test for ANGE POSTECOGLOU. It's going to be a huge test for Mickey Van de Veen, for Destiny Ugoti. A lot of these players that haven't played, Vicario hasn't played in a North London derby. This is going to be a big test for all of them. It's going to be so much fun to watch. Whether we do win or we draw or we lose, you know what? I know every single one of them are going to go down fighting and on their swords. So that's all I could really hope for as a Spurs faithful. Honestly, looking through these starred messages, wow, y'all have been blessing me this morning with all these super chats and love. Honestly, I really don't know what to say. Y'all are killing it this morning, and good morning indeedy is what I will say. Secondly, Peter says, I must say Paul's championing of Ainge made me look into him, and Paul was right. Big up to Hotspur Hippie, the first YouTube fan who told us what we needed to know. Big up Peter for recognizing real, because literally this is what I've been trying to say. Paul Beatty is the truth. He pulled out his crystal ball and said, ANGE POSTECOGLOU will make you fall in love with his words. He told me, he's not just because I'm a lover of kangaroos and the Australian lifestyle. Paul Beatty told me, and I know he's probably sleeping right now because in Australia it's like bumfuck time right now, but he told me, before you even see ANGE POSTECOGLOU ball, you are going to be in love with the guy by the way he conducts himself. Just watch. And he was right. He was right. I was hearing wedding bells after the first press conference, to be honest. Will it 6 a.m. when you kick? It'll be 7 a.m. when the game kicks off, Ravi. And I'm doing a watch along. Come say hello. You want to see me lose my shit at 7 a.m. or celebrate like a shameless bastard? I will be doing both, or either one I will be doing. Lizzie 8 says it's kind of a good for the first 10 times and it's catchy. Yeah, that song is kind of catchy. I'm not going to lie to you, boy. Texas Suns sounds very 70s. It does. It sounds something like you can put on the radio and just let it play. Arsenal fans seem to think Havertz will start in midfield. I think he will. I think they reluctantly are agreeing that he's going to start in midfield because let's have it right. They just spent what, 170 million combined on Havertz and Rice. How can you not start both of them, even though no one knows what his position is? I kind of like it. Either way, he ain't gonna do shit. He's gonna be shut up. Hodegaard's gonna be shut up. Everyone's gonna be put down. Just wait. They haven't been ready for what we're bringing to them. Basuma over Rice all day long. Big up Spurs GCTV. I agree with that. Peter M. Rice was overpriced. Yeah, that English tax hitting big, right? West Ham ain't even spent that money. Or maybe they spent, what, like 40 of it on Kudus. Such a good player, Mohamed Kudus. Big up Jacob. Two different skill sets, both top midfielders. Absolutely. Not taking anything away from Rice. He's a great number 6 in what he does. Like, he's great at that. But, like, going forward with the ball at his feet, I think Basuma looks more comfortable, more creative with the ball at his feet specifically. So when you want someone in the midfield to really like drive your squad forward, I've said this before. I think Declan Rice is an overpriced Højbjerg. I think anytime I hear people describe Defarsher, tell me if I'm wrong, but just tell me the things that are good about Declan Rice's game. And then I'll look and say, oh, they said those same things, but about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. So every time someone describes what Declan Rice does well, I'm like, these are the same things people use to describe Højbjerg and what he does well. And you're telling me he's worth 105 million. And I think he's a good player, just like I think Højbjerg is a decent player. He works in certain systems. Højbjerg is a great player for a certain type of system, and he's great for us to coming off the bench. I mean, you could argue he was involved in the game-winning goals versus Sheffield when he came on. So, again, Good players, good players. I just prefer Basuma. He's so much sexier to watch personally. Rice will be too busy with matters, so Basuma will goes past him, says Spurs GCTV. I think Madison's going to occupy a lot of their minds. Because think about it, he's Premier League player of the month. They're definitely going to be keeping their eyes on him. Wayne Bonner, no worries. Jacob's one of my favorite channels. Big up. That means a lot to me, man. It really does. Thank you. Good morning. You've made me feel super blessed this morning. I'm really glad I did the show because I woke up and was like, do I even want to do this show? But I did because you know what? I had to talk about Spurs. We got North London Derby. It's Friday. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Shout out Rebecca Black. Ravi says Texas Sun sounds like an intro outro track. Yeah, I could use that. It'd be nice. It helps Poro that we're defending from the front. Yeah, big up Jason Bell. It's a good point. Elvis G, I'm probably biased, but our midfield looks stronger than Woolwich's. If we keep it tight, we could do them in the second half. Elvis, this is where I think the money's going to be made. The milk will be milked. The butter will be churned in the second half. I have no doubt about that. No doubt about that. The second half is when we're going to see men crumble and gladiators rise. That's what I say. And the gladiators being Spurs, obviously. How tight will Spurs keep the midfield? I think if we're going 3 for 3 in the midfield, I think it's going to be pretty open, if I'm honest. But, I mean, we're going to see Sarr and Basuma cleaning up that work. Madison even drops deeps when he has to in order to cover for the numbers in regards to, like, when Ugodi and Pedro Porro go forward. So I think it's going to be very fluid. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily tight or very open, but I think it's going to be fluid. And I think it's just going to be, like, what people, rivals, neutrals, Spurs fans, everyone's going to enjoy what they see on Sunday. I know that because we're going to allow a goal or two. We're going to get some goals. It's going to be a fucking fun-ass match. It's going to be absolutely fun. All eyes are going to be on us as well. Harry Kane's watching. I mean, excuse me, who? I didn't mean to say that. Sarr will shine beyond belief on Sunday. He'll ghost into scoring positions in space. He often does find that space, Wayne. He will pop up time and time again, like we saw versus United. Even versus Sheffield, he had a couple of shots that went over the bar, and I think one went straight to the keeper. But he's popping up in those spots and having enough space to get his shots off. Now, if they're great shots or they're shots straight at David Raya or Ramsdale, remains to be seen. But he's popping up into those positions, and you got to imagine if you step up to plate enough times, eventually you're going to crack that son bitch, and it's going to be a home run. So, like we saw versus United, don't be surprised if Sarr pops up and gets a goal in the North London Derby. Can you imagine the scenes of the young man? Oh, that'd be so sick. Ay, papi, mate chulo, Sarr, as what I might have to bring back. Chris Peters says, question, when Bentancur comes back, who will he eventually replace? I think it has to be Papa Mate Sarr, but again, I don't know. I don't know that he necessarily comes in and starts starting immediately. I think we're going to have to see him do some appearances off the bench, so to speak. We need to keep 11 players on the pitch. Yes, we will. Don't you worry. If you're worried about a certain somebody, a certain beautiful somebody, don't worry. Don't worry. Cuti Romero, he's got you in his arms. Much like this. Or like this. You know, I just really feel like he's going to step up in a big way on Sunday. Christian Romero is absolutely going to step up in a big way on Sunday. And I just got that feeling. You know, that dog in him's going to come out. But it's going to be like a good dog. A good, well-obedient dog that's on the attack. Big up Alan Bennett. Red, White, and Red says, might be a good thing having so many North London Derby debutantes. No mental blocks from past results. Good point here. I also think the ones that have been here, the Suns, the Romero, the Kulusevskis, even Pedro Porro, didn't he play in last year's? Pedro Porro. That'd be about it. It's going to be good. And James Madison, this is his first North London Derby. You think he you think he wants to win all the, I mean, not like he hasn't already won all the fans over, because he's been absolutely phenomenal. Signing of the summer. I've been saying it. Motherfuckers don't want to hear it. It's okay. James Madison's a signing of the summer, and it's okay to accept that into your life. But you want to really like ingratiate yourself into this. James Madison, go hit that. Oh, Spurs Talk Show. Hang on. Big up, Sean Boy says, I love you, bro. My dream weaver, my lullaby, my nightly nightcap. Big up, Spurs Talk Show. Wow, with the 50-pound super chat. Big up, Shawnee Boy. I do appreciate that immensely. Good to see you here in the house. Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot, man. You very generous. You didn't have to do that, but holy shit, do I love you for it. Big up, man. Seriously, on a Friday morning for me, it's still the morning. I didn't even think about doing this show, or I did. Y'all blessing me. Y'all making me feel blessed. I haven't even said hit the likes that much either, or participate in the poll. But I do see 65 votes and I do see 43 likes. Hopefully we can get them likes up. But you know what? I don't even care, because the chat who's been here tonight, this morning, tonight for y'all, it's y'all have absolutely blessed me. Wayne Bonner, Lazy A, Elvis G, Spurs Talk Show. Wow, thank you so much for this. Very generous. That means a lot to me, my bro. I did shout you out earlier in the show because you're going to the match, so I hope you enjoy that shit. Hope you get some fun videos. You should try and do your around the grounds outside of the stadium at Arsenal. That'd be cool. I would like to see it anyway. I'm going to be doing a watch along, so if you do want to call in and just yell at the stream for 5 minutes whenever you go take a shit or something, holler at me, brother. Going to be doing the first ever Spurs watch along here on the channel. So big up, Sean. Love you so much, for my friend. And wow, very, very generous. Thank you so much for your generosity. It does mean a lot, man. Appreciate that. I'm very lost on where I was in the chat, but big up Mia. Damn right, Jacob. They ain't even ready for Ange Ball. We never stop. Absolutely. You can't spell overpriced without rice. Hey, that's true. You cannot spell overpriced without rice. That's hilarious. Question, if you go a goal down, will Spurs keep their head up and keep going? Absolutely. We can go down 2 goals and still do that. Wow, I'm still just, man, Sean, I think you are tied now with Ellie for the largest donation to the channel. That's crazy, man. Big up. I really do appreciate that. That's crazy. Talk to me nicely indeed. You already know, Sean. Talk to me nicely every single time. Declan Rice is good, but he's not Spurs good. Pretender to the throne, as he'll find out Sunday when he gets subbed off or sent off. I think he's going to get locked the fuck down and get ran all over and get very agitated at what we're doing to him. Shelter Muregui, big up Shelter. That's a new name in the chat. Says, Spurs fans, you never learn. Every season, you always say you're going to beat us at the Emirates, a place you've only won once in 30 years. And after getting spanked, you have a meltdown. You never learn. Shelter, what I will say about this is welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to me nicely. I appreciate the banter. What I will say is records are meant to be broken, my friend. The longer something has not happened, the more likely it is to then happen. So don't worry, Shelter. Come back on Sunday. That's all I'm going to say. Right here at this very channel. Come here. Talk to me nicely after we stomp on that booty. Come on, talk to me. Big up Spurs Talk Show. Question, how do Ange's Spurs handle this Arsenal crowd? By silencing them early. That's how you handle it. Or silencing them often anyway. Evening, Sean. Thank you again for the 50-pound dono. Very generous indeed. Hope you have your ticket. Wayne says the scum midfield will end up focusing on Bissouma and leave Sarr and Madison to destroy them. That's what I'm saying. When you worry about the left hand, here comes the right hook. That's what happens in a box match. You worry about the gut shot, pow pow. Here comes the right hook. You know what I'm saying? You worry about the right hook. Next thing you know, bang bang, here goes kidney shot. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful out here in these streets. Absolutely gotta be careful. Big up Sean for that. Big up Gary Becks in the house. Says, hey you Jacob, how you doing? I'm doing well, Gary Becks. Good day. Happy to see you. I'm feeling the love this morning. Y'all been blessing me. 2-2. I'm nervous and I'm going with my mic. Might not make it out live. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Go live. And then they can't do anything to you live because there's gonna be like 900 people watching. So, you're picking up the ticket tomorrow. Very nice. I feel like Kuti is smiling directly at me with those eyes. It's this photo, isn't it? It's this photo. There's something so captivating about this photo. I don't know what it is, but yes, I think he's looking directly through into your soul. And he's letting you know that everything's going to be okay. I want him in my arms for sure. Could you imagine? Wayne says, Bentancur won't be a replacement when he comes back. He'll be an option and an addition. very good point. And this will help our depth. I mean, this is the thing that we saw was on full display versus Fulham, etc. But big up Wayne Bonner. I do agree. Man, if we can get the Bentancur that we know, and we can get the Bentancur that I hope we see, then talk to me nicely. We're going to be purring like a couple kitties getting a belly rub. It's going to be nice when we're cooking in that midfield with some of these people. It definitely will be. Kuti has definitely got this. Big up. Swim Master says, big up Spurs Talk Show. Very, very generous. 50 pounds. Jacob deserves it. Big up Swim Master. Thank you for appreciating and thanking the person I'm appreciating as well. That does mean a lot. So yes, we are all looking forward to Sean's match day clips. Those were a hit, and I'm all in time. It's only up from here. That shit's gonna blow up. Then people are gonna start looking for you. Where can I find Shawnee Butler after a match so I can have my say? Just wait. That thing's gonna blow up. Benz takes Sar's place, or Basuma moves to the 8 and Benz takes the 6. But yes, Bentancur out, Sar sadly. Yeah, I think that's the spot he would take. That's the most, I mean, you don't get rid of Madison or Basuma the way that they're playing. You don't. Now, that's not to say Sar's been bad. That's just, man, you can't, they're undroppable at this point. Chris Peters, the love is in the house for Jacob. You are much appreciated for all your shows. Appreciate that, Chris Peters. Again, just wanted to make sure I brought some today to show the love. And show y'all I'm still excited. The blood's pumping, even though I'm not at the normal time. And all my Australian folks, I do hope y'all are watching on playback. Big up yourself. If you're an hour and 8 minutes in, I hope you're doing well and good morning. I'll be there, bro. I'll be here, broski. Thank you for welcoming me. Hey, Shelter, always welcome. I love banter. Just always keep it football, you know. Attack me as a Spurs fan. All that, that's fun. Attack the Spurs. I love banter. I have a thick skin. You can't really offend me. I just don't like racist or sexist or like ableist shit. But other than that, man, everybody's welcome. I welcome. There's a lot of Newcastle fans, some Arsenal fans, some United fans that all tune in here. So big up. You're always welcome. And hopefully I humble you on Sunday and you don't come into the chat and start humbling me. I hope, man. Come on. Big up. I don't know how to say your name, sir or madam, but big up on the Twitch. Says, come on, you Spurs. I like to see that. One person watching on the Twitch, and it is you. So big up. That Futo is Kuti sending a message to the scum. Which one? These are all great photos. I think this is how he's going to be looking at them as he just took out both of their feet. And he doesn't get a yellow because he's that guy. Come on, talk to me nicely. I think Kuti is looking at his favorite dinner in that photo. I want to think that he's looking at a photo of me, personally, or a photo of Sonny. I will accept him looking at a photo of Sonny like that as well. I can't wait to see Bentancur back on the pitch. He's going to get such a cheer and an ovation. Everyone loves him. He looks a little homeless with the beard, but the videos coming out yesterday, we did see him kicking a ball and such. That was very fun to see. Big up JJ in the house. Hey, Jacob. I'm expecting 3 points. Big up, JJ. I hope you are, because I am too, sir. I'm not expecting it, but I feel 3 points. I feel 3 points. I'll put it that. I'm expecting a shit ton of goals is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a lot of fun is what I'm expecting. But my expectations as far as the results, I have none. Arsenal should win this. Arsenal should absolutely win this. They've 400 million spent. Trust the process. Arteta's fucking 28th year. I know it's obviously exaggerated, but you know what I'm saying. He's been there forever. We just got here. We barely arrived at the club, and now you're talking about we're the best dancer in this motherfucker. Okay, but they're supposed to be title challenging this season. They're supposed to be one of the top clubs this season. I'm supposed to believe all these things about them, but then, you know, they're obviously the favorite. They have to be the favorite. 100% have to be the favorite. Gary Beck says, I'm going early, Jacob. Ugodi and Romero leave in the next 5 years for 150 mil plus, or Levy keeps them. I don't want to speak about this because I don't want to will it into existence, Gary Becks. But what I will say is I hope they stay forever. I never want to see them go. Big up Sklarsh. One of my favorite names on YouTube, Sklarsh. That's a great fucking name. I don't know why I like it, but I do. He's looking at you, Jay. I hope he is. I really hope he is. That pick gets me way too excited. Not gonna lie. Also, hands off my man. Those are my hands gonna be touching that man. Don't you worry, Mia. Big up. Definitely will get an ovation. I agree. Win, lose, or draw. If we play well, it's a positive. Absolutely. I mean, even if we go and let's say worst case scenario, we lose, right? If we put up a big fight and we gave them a run for their money, doesn't that say something good about us? If Ainge has been here, what, 3-4 months, and we're already challenging the league challengers? Look, there's going to be tests all over the pitch, like we kind of mentioned. Destiny Ugoti's absolutely going to be tested. Mickey Van de Veen's absolutely going to be tested. Christian Romero will even be tested as a leader, as a person who now, this is a big emotional match and we need your head on, but we also need you to go be the man we know you are. So this is the part where, you know, it's also a big test for Christian Romero, is my point, because he's vice captain. He knows the gravity of this match. He knows how important this is. He knows all the vitriol that's been spewed. He's all there. He's got all that. My hope is that he continues in the way in which we've seen this season, which is a leader, confident, smart. Fucking 1 yellow card? And that was last match with a shitty-ass ref? But before that, no fouls committed? Come on. I think he's absolutely up for it. But again, a big test for Christian Romero. I think it's a big test for Sonny as well through the middle. It's going to be, okay, you didn't do something Sheffield last time. This should be a little bit more open for you through the middle, because they're going to be coming at us too. They're not going to be like Sheffield and inviting all this pressure. So really, there's, even for the folks that have been here for a long time, there's pressure absolutely on them, in my opinion, because this is we got a lot to prove. Our biggest competition of the competition thus far. So no way we get away with just taking it easy. As long as we play well, it is absolutely a positive, Peter M. Lisa says, I prefer being the underdog. Me too. Let them keep sleeping. I've been saying this. All the big names, all the big personalities out there talking about this, that, and the other, about Ainge Spurs, what we can and can't do. What I will say is keep sleeping. We going to keep eating. And sooner or later, you're going to find out ain't no food left, because Big Ainge and Tottenham Hotspur ate it all while you were sleeping on us, no doubt. I think Kuti, something for anyone else in the world. He's immediately in the top 5 center backs in the world combo, but he's Spurs, so it won't happen. No one wants to have that conversation, Gary Beggs, but you know I will. You know I do. I definitely, I would put him up there top 5 right now. But some would say I'm emotional and it's too soon and this, that, and the other. I hear you. But talk to me nicely. Photo of Cootie. That cat got the cream kind of smile. Oh, yes, it is. I think Kuti plays for anyone else in the world. Okay, and he's immediately in the top 5. I agree with you, Gary Beggs. Jacob, do you think Romero will avoid getting a red? I do. I was just going on a little bit of a mini rant about that. I do absolutely think he'll be smart enough and savvy enough to know just how hard to push the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to push the envelope in order for mail to get mailed. But sometimes you don't want to push it too hard, because then it gets, slips over on the table. And you just got to be careful. But we also want the Christian Romero that we know and love, which is the balls deep tackler, the guy who will come out and greet you with a happy hello. How you doing? That's what I want to see. Thoughts on Spurs keeper versus Arsenal attacks? I love Vicario. I think he's got that juice. I think he's got that something, that thing that makes you a madman behind the 10 and between the sticks. You need that mentality, because you're kind of hanging out most of the match. Now, there are moments in which the ball will come back to you and the attack is back. But for the most part, you're kind of just there while the game's being played and you're watching. So you got to mentally always be on. And I think being a little fucking crazy helps, personally. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you for that. Hell yeah, Jacob. So long as we put up a fight. I agree. Peter M. No more Spursiness. That's our style. I've said this. I'll say it again. Ange Postecoglou is the breaker of all myths, all curses, voodoos, hexes they want to put on us. Ange is going to break it all. So why wouldn't I believe that he would go into the Etihad? He would go into the empty crates and get us a result, get us a win. Because the last time we won was, 2010, long time. But you know what? That just means more probability that it'll happen this year go around. That's what I think. Arteta will get the red card because he's a due one. I hope he does, man. They need to watch him. He'd be out that box way too much, and it annoys the hell out of me. Spurs GCTV. If we do Arsenal on Sunday, I will be a lot more confident against Liverpool next week. I'm feeling pretty confident against Liverpool. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, even if we don't do them in and we get the draw, like I know we can do. I still feel confident going into Liverpool personally. Ours will be Cooties' favorite dinner, says Chris Peters. I agree with that. Favorite Spurs chant apart from the obvious one. I gotta say, the one that got stuck in my head last week, or the week before, I can't remember, was oh, is it that bad? Chewy, you had to leave. Basuma! That's my favorite one right now. I love that chant. Gary Beck, Sunday shouldn't weigh too heavily, win or lose. It's only 6 games into a rebuild window. We can only really judge after the second or third window. I've said 4 windows. He has 3 windows left now because of the summer. So summer was 1. Then you got January, then you got next summer, then you got the following January. So you got 3 more windows, Ainge, until I'm going to really judge the squad and really judge what we're doing. This is just all feel good. This is just, it's like you walked into the casino with $100 and you said, yeah, I'm probably not going to make much. And then now all of a sudden we're up $1,500. And now we're just playing with the house's money right now. That's what we're doing. Any bettors out there? We just went in. We got up quick, which is what the casino wants you to do. It's part of the hamster wheel. Get in, get you up, and then you spend all that, then some, and then trying to chase what you originally hit. But what I think is going to happen is different than a casino. I think it's going to be we're up now and we're playing with house money, and we're going to keep winning, and we're going to be up, 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 up. And next thing you know, everyone's going to be talking to us nicely because we can't hear them from down there. We're going to say, what'd you say? Can't hear you. That's what I think, man. This is going to be so much fun. Wayne Bonner with another super chat. Wayne Bonner with another super chat. Wow. Says, we will win. We'll win, we'll lose, we'll draw this season, but we're a new Spurs, a new animal. Teams won't know how to handle us. We never stop. Big up Wayne Bonner. We absolutely never stop, sir. And we are a totally new beast. I don't want to say what kind of a beast, but if I had to, could it be a kangaroo? They are my favorite animal. Talk to me nicely. Can it be the kangaroo? I hope so. But big up Wayne Bonner, another super chat. Man, you're double dipping heavily, blessing me this morning. Good morning. Absolutely. We're going to win, we're going to lose, we're going to draw at some point. I just don't think it's yet. I think it's once these clubs have more of an idea of how we're going to run our ship, then they're going to better know how to game plan against us. And then, as Ainge has even said, once what I'm doing is no longer working, I'm going to have to change and adjust it to find that result that I'm looking for. So my point being is teams are going to, I've said, managers don't have enough game footage of Ange Postecoglou in the Premier League yet. And so the first few matches, it's going to be unexpected, in your face, balls to the wall type football they're not ready for. And we're going to bring it. And the whole world's still sleeping on it. I mean, again, Ainge is getting a lot of attention, but still, these Arsenal fans ain't wise up. These Liverpool fans ain't wise up. These Chelsea, United, the big 6, they ain't wised up. The fans of those clubs, they ain't wised up yet. But they're going to wise up once we put this work on Arsenal. Once we put that work on Liverpool, everyone's going to say, oh, holy shit. They were for real. They're actually for real. And then they're going to have the game plan to us. Then I think it will be that adjustment period where we will see some loses. We will see some results that are unfavorable. But damn it, it's going to be a lot of fun. Either way we shake this coconut tree. I love the milk that comes out these coconuts. So big up Wayne Bonner. Thank you so much for that. Another super chat, sir. You've been blessing me today. You don't have to keep going, sir. It's all good. I appreciate you. You've been blessing me. Good morning. You've made it a great morning, I need to say. Not good morning no more. Great morning. Where was I in the chat? I can't fault your probability analysis, Jacob. There you go, Peter M. Can't fault it. That's what I always say, right? Like when you're going up against a team that's like, oh, we haven't beat them here in 32 years. It's like, great. Now that means there's more of a chance that it's going to happen. Now, if you're a betting person, you'd probably bet with the side of history, which is that you don't go there and win. But there's something different. We walked into the casino with a new strut. We were in our pimp suit. We are strutting our stuff. And honestly, it's so different. Everything's so different, man. That's what's going to be the thing that really separates the gravy from the mashed potatoes, so to speak. Gary Beck says, Vicario is that under the radar best signing of the summer 23 window, hands down. Big up. He is that under the radar. Some people called him a budget signing. We went with the cheaper option, is what they said, is what I heard anyway. Yeah, Chewy. He said he's done. We didn't even do 2 hours, and he said he's done. What a guy. What kind of guy is this? Chewy? I keep his paycheck this week. How about that? It's a cheesy chant, but so catchy. Yeah, it is kind of cheesy. I don't know. Maybe I was having too much fun annoying my wife with it last week that I couldn't stop singing it. I can't stand the Basuma chant, says Dennis Hogg. I can't stand. Oh, let me heart that super chat. I didn't know I could do that. Let me give it a heart. Dennis Hogg says, I can't stand that Basuma chant because of that Arsenal was first with that song last year was Saliba. Well, they can't sing. Their voices suck and they're all ugly. So we took it. We made it better. That's just what we do. But now that you put it under that light, you're right. Okay, fair play. Anyone who's still here listening to this, my nomination for a Basuma song was that song by, I don't know the band, but it's that song that goes, don't you want somebody to love? But instead of somebody to love, you replace it with Basuma. Say, don't you want some Basuma? That's what I would have made the song. No one has that. Don't you need some Basuma? That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to see. But big up Dennis Hogg, new name in the chat. Good to see you here. I didn't know that they sang that for Saliba. Maybe I just wasn't listening. How do Spurs keep possession for majority of the game? Great question. I don't know if I'm equipped to answer that. They're going to want possession. We're going to want possession. It's just a matter of who wants it more. That's all it's going to be. Fresh coconut is certi. I don't know what certi means. Certified? It's crazy, Jacob, but I feel if we should Sunday, it'll be the worst thing. If we should lose Sunday, it'll be the worst thing for the rest of the Prem, because Ainge will rally them and really get them on. Gary, to my understanding of this comment, what I would say is I'm not worried that if we win that everyone's going to be worried about us, or if we lose that everybody's going to be worried about us. But either way, what I will say is just expect that 3 points, baby. It's coming. Just expect that 3 points is coming. We might get a draw, but expect that 3 points. Shelter in the house. Bro, I'm going to cook you on Sunday, 5 p.m. There's no way you're getting out of the Emirates with anything. We are the only ones who win home and away. Big up Shelter. Oh, I just kicked my table. Big up Shelter. We'll see. I hope you're here. Come on back. I'll be here, hopefully cheering and not in tears. If we win, you better not show up, because I'm going to, well, you probably won't show up. But you know what? I'll still be talking to you regardless. Chris Peters, Jefferson Airplane. Okay. That's who sings Don't You Want Somebody to Love. I think it's called Somebody to Love. But that's what I would make the Basuma song. Certi, short for certified, UK song. Okay, you get me young and hip with the kids in the UK. Talk to me as Certi. Is it Certi or Certi? Jacob, are you and TJ Warren going to do any shows together? Yeah, he's a busy man. I'm a busy man. There's a lot of shows that I was supposed to be on tonight. And I just can't because my wife's work schedule. It's made things harder to schedule with other content creators just because of time constraints. Just makes it so much easier if I do it by myself. But yeah, big shout out to TJ Waffle TV every time. Peter M, given that Spurs have been the butt of the media for so long, we can win on Sunday and still be told it was a fluke. Yeah, I hope we win on Sunday, and I hope they say it's a fluke. Okay, because I want them to feel that way. So that way when we go and fucking beat Liverpool at our home, then people will begin to talk to us nicely. The longer it takes for them to talk to us nicely, the longer we work in the shadows, the longer we work while they sleep. We eat, they sleep. They sleep, we eat. That's the way it works. And the longer that goes on, the better it is for us, plain and simple. Without a doubt. But big ups everybody who's tuned in. I really appreciate it. I got a couple more things I did want to talk about, but honestly, y'all have been. Oh, I do got this real quick. This might make some people happy. So Ange talking about Alejo Veliz says, to be fair to him, he's only had 1 week of training. He's had 2 sessions last week. We gave him game time for the U21s. I did watch that match. And it says he's now had a full week of training. It's great to have him on board, but there's no expectations on him. We need to let him settle and get him training more consistently and get him a game or 2 more for the U21s. There's a little foreshadowing. If you haven't bought Spurs Play yet, go ahead and get it so you can watch the academy, and then you can say, I know X, Y, and Z about these players. I did not even watch Champions League so I could watch our U21s play and watch Alejo Veliz technically for the first time in a Spurs outfit go out there and do something. Now, he didn't get on the goal sheet, but he did have a couple chances, but we talked about it. But he's going to get some more games with the U21s. Ainge also goes on to say, but we've been really encouraged about how he has gone about things, and watching him the other night, he showed attributes. He has great movement and is a real number 9. A real human being. Big shout out to Alejo Veliz. Very excited about him. He's got that girth, and you know what I like in a striker and a number 9. What Harry Kane's got, that girth. I think it's a great foundation to build your skill set upon, and he's apparently shown that. And what I saw from him in the U21s when he came on, I think it was like the 65th minute or so. He had some decent runs, so he knows where to make his runs and when to cut to the left and to the right, depending on where the defender is. So I saw some good runs from him. Wasn't composed in the final third, but that's okay. It's his debut. But he did show that he has ability to get over his man in the air and the ability to retain the ball strongly. Now, again, it's U21, so let's take it with a grain of salt. But for all intents and purposes, I did like what I saw in that U21 match as well. I do want to bring some more academy content the more that we have stuff going on, because I really feel like I'm really excited. This is something, the first year of me doing YouTube, I bitched all the time. Y'all probably didn't hear it, but I bitched all the time about the lack of a pathway to the first team, and it really bothered me. And we've kind of started to figure that out, and we're on the road to repairing that road. So for me, I'm really, really excited about the academy's prospects. So, but yeah, I might do some more stuff, but I don't know yet. But big up Peter M. Indeed. We'll be ending off very, very shortly. Big up Joshua says, big up Jacob. Big up Joshua. Good to see you here. Gary says, if we lose, Mitt's not the worst thing if it leads to doubling down, creating a mindset for the rest of the season that drives the top 4 finish and FA Cup win. I think that's kind of where we're all at. We want to see that FA Cup win, right? Veliz promise, Donnelly and Phillips are ready. They did play as well. They both played in that match that I watched as well. Inacoma, big up, new member of the YouTube chat. Big up yourself. Welcome to the Lover's Lane, sir. Thank you so much for picking that up. Or, ma'am, I appreciate you doing that. Big up, indeedy. Would you do a youth team watch-along? Yeah, why not? I would. I would definitely consider it. My first Spurs watch-along will be this Sunday. If you haven't heard me plug it yet, there you go. But I do want to say a big special thank you to every single person that has tuned in. I appreciate you immensely. Also, let me specifically say, in particular, thank you as well to Inacoma for grabbing that YouTube membership. I also want to say major, major thank you to Wayne Bonner, YouTube chat member, gifting a bunch of memberships. I think, did I even miss one of the times that you gifted? I might have. Let me see. I might have missed it. It was before Sean's thing, but Wayne Bonner's been in here gifting memberships, got a membership, and then also coming in. Wayne Bonner, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not even 4 times, but 5 times. Wayne Bonner came in here and hit us with a super chat. Wayne Bonner, thank you so much, and great morning to you, sir. Oh, we got another super chat rolling in here from Patty Hartnett. Y'all are really blessing me this morning. Says, buy the little fella an ice cream for me, buddy. Patty, I will do that. I will buy him an ice cream just for you. He might not eat it because he's kind of he's going through his transitional stage of what he wants to eat and all that. But thank you so much for the generosity, Patty. I do appreciate that. It does mean a lot to me personally. I also want to say thank you to Lazy8 who hit with the $10 dono, the $9.99 US dollars. I like that in my US brethren as well. Elvis G in the house hit with a no comment £5 donation to the channel. I do appreciate that. And last but certainly not least, Sean with Spurs Talk Show hit me with the £50 dono. That's absolutely immense. So big thank you, special thank you for that. That goes a long way. Maybe my wife will let me use this super chat to buy FIFA in a month, because the new FIFA came out and it's officially out this weekend for the regular folk who don't spend extra on video games. And I can't buy it yet, but maybe if I show her this right here, she'll be like, all right, we'll get you FIFA. We'll see. She has the. Technically, my wife has the wallet, so don't judge me. Big up. Dogs are lacto intolerant. No, he means for my son, the gazelle you hear in the living room going, gay. That's my son that he's talking about. Big up. And big up in a coma says, love your shows, mate. 3:45 a.m. in Melbourne. Well, good morning. You're up late or up early. Whichever one it is. Hope you're living well, and thank you for grabbing that membership. Howie says, big up, Jake. What do you think of Gabbanini leaving the club? I just don't know, man. I had a show yesterday about it. I just don't know. I just don't know what that means technically, like, for us. I don't know if he's the guy who brought Van de Veen. I don't know if he's the guy who got Madison and Winks out. I don't know if he's the guy who got Vicario. I don't know. But if he is, that's very upsetting. But if he isn't, then I guess it's no big deal. I don't know. Hopefully Scott Munn and Ange Postecoglou got their chemistry down and know what they're working on. That's all I can really say about that, because I don't really know much else. But again, thank you to everyone who super chatted. Thank you to everyone who just regular chatted. I do appreciate the 59 of y'all who hit a like. I also appreciate the 83 of y'all who hit a vote, which is kind of strange because that's 24 people that didn't want to hit a like, but they did participate in the poll, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll right now. The poll says, how are you feeling heading into the North London Derby? 54% says excited and nervous but confident. 19% says I feel 3 points incoming. 10% with all calm, Arsenal should win anyway. And 7% says I'm worried that Spurs are going to get exposed. But don't worry any longer. Less than 48 hours time, we will find out if I'm right or if I'm in the mud. We will find out. Talk to her nicely. I always try to anyway, JJ. I try to. That's how I've stayed married for so long. Peter M. Thanks, Jacob, for a great show. Big up. Thank you for being here. Again, hope to see y'all tomorrow. I will be doing an official match preview with Michael, the other half of United Spurs of America. So if you're new to the channel, you're getting a great little present because you get to meet Michael for the first time. If you've been here and you know who Michael is and you love Michael, well, there's a special treat for you because Michael's returning like sweet popcorn that you ain't had at the movies in a while. So guess what? It will be happening tomorrow. We're getting the time sorted. I'm going to build the show and I'll have it up there for y'all. So hopefully we can see y'all there. And then again, Sunday, this has actually been like 10 straight days of streaming. I haven't missed a single day in 10 days. So wow, that's crazy. But you know what? Y'all been showing the love. So how could I not just continue to do my thing here? Because when y'all show me the love, how can I not come back and show more love? So then y'all show more love and then we just keep the love going. That's all I want to see. But big up and thank you so much for everyone who has tuned in. I do appreciate y'all immensely. And I will be sending you on over. Well, I think he said that I was going to send y'all to 3 Spurs boys, but I think he said that they're ending. So let me go ahead and send y'all to Irish Hotspur. He's live right now. Jack and Dave are live right now, so I appreciate everyone who's tapped in with me right now. Stay tuned. Just hang out. I'll send you straight on over to the Irish Hotspur. Hit a like over there. Hit a subscribe. Help those boys hit their next milestone. But until next time, I do appreciate every single one of you. Big up JJ, big up Archibald, big up Spurs GCTV newest chat member, big up Chris Peters as well. Says great show, Jacob, love you, and so does my wife from Puerto Rico. Shout out to Old San Juan, I love that city. Shout out to my to Zulma, I call her Tuti, Zulma, my stepfather's mother. Shout out all the family out there in Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. Such a great place. But big up everybody. I hope you'll have a great rest of your day. But as always, folks, Stay blessed, stay fresh, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Coach.